Indeed, even as makers surge quick into charge and self-ruling driving, progressive interior burning motor advances are as yet being created. Consider the Mazda Skyactiv-X spark-controlled combustion ignition process, for instance. In any case, Infiniti's VC turbo 4-chamber motor, which makes its presentation in the 2019 QX50, is really a work of building grit. The motor understands the long-held desire among motor producers to make an approach to adjust the pressure proportion on the fly, a help to both power and fuel effectiveness. It's a splendid piece of science that's, sadly, still looking for the correct auto. Try not to misunderstand us, the QX50 is consummately skilled, it's an exceedingly calm and agreeable cruiser. Be that as it may, it's never again the driver-satisfying machine its forerunner was. That auto, initially known as the EX35, was worked on Nissan's lively FM stage, a front-midship, race-wheel drive format, putting the motor rearward of the front hub line and giving the vehicle the athletic driving elements of a game car. Truth be told, it was fundamentally a G37 hatchback, and it was sold as the Skyline Crossover in Japan. An abbreviated FM undercarriage supported the 370Z, to put a better point on it. For those more worried about solace than corners, the 2019 QX50 may really be a more valuable. It rides on an all-new front-wheel drive body, which implies it's ready to include more space for the two travelers and payload. It exchanges a load of the old QX50's energy for solace and bundling proficiency. In the event that sounds great to you, maybe the new QX50 is the correct hybrid. You may likewise need to avoid this next piece about the wondrous VC turbo motor. Get the job done if to state it's proficient, tranquil and capable. Be that as it may, motor geeks? Read on. At the core of the 2019 QX50 is the world's first-generation variable pressure motor, whose essential idea was portrayed 20 years prior, said Nissan's boss powertrain design, Shinichi Kiga. It took us that long to get the math right. Ostensibly a turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-chamber, its gathering trap is the way that the pressure proportion can shift somewhere in the range of 8:1 to 14:1, mechanically. That basically gives the VC turbo an endlessly factor-burning chamber estimate, which can be improved for power or mileage. The motor can work at low pressure proportions, perfect for a turbo-helped burst of energy, yet change without intrusion to a high pressure proportion for most extreme effectiveness without the risk of pre-detonation thumping. In a conventional motor with a settled pressure proportion, it's a trade-off between the two. The outcome is 268 torque at 5,600 revolutions per minute, which is lower than the active 3.7-liter V6's 325 horsepower at 7,000 revolutions per minute, yet top power comes prior. More to the point, the VC turbo creates 280 pounds-to-foot of torque at an insignificant 1,600 revolutions per minute, besting the V6's 267 pounds-to-foot at 5,200 revolutions per minute. That is significantly more usable snort, even as it tastes 35% less fuel, 27 miles for each gallon versus the V6's 20 miles per gallon.